good morning, good evening, whatever the case may be, wherever you are in the world. This is Patrick coming to you today, and we're going to do a really quick recipe. It's going to be chicken and noodles. This is a recipe that my mom has made for years. I can't quite make it the way she does, but I'm going to give it a try. What we're going to need is 3 chicken breasts. These are all frozen. It's not going to be a problem. We're going to put it in a pot of water and boil these for 30 minutes. 2 eggs that we'll boil and put in the noodles. We're going to need a can of chicken, cream of chicken. This is 98% fat free. Salt, pepper. We're going to need eggplant noodles. You can use whole grain noodles. I would prefer whole grain noodles, but this is just what we had today. Also, I wanted to say something about the salt here. This is sea salt. You can use Himalayan salt. I recommend this salt. It seems that they don't even put iodine in refined salt anymore, and that's a nutrient you need for your thyroid to help regulate all your other glands in your body, especially your pineal gland, so you can think clearly. So we'll go ahead and get started on this, and I'll show you what it's going to look like. I've just filled our pot with 3.5 quarts of water. That's about 3,200 milliliters. Gonna salt this. Okay. Put our salt in there because water doesn't season itself. Now, what we're gonna do, just go ahead and put our chicken in here, and we're going to let this boil for about 30 minutes with the top on. Okay, I'm going to reduce the heat. Not much. I still want it to boil I want it to simmer, but I want to keep all the water in there. This would be a lot better if you used the whole chicken, because you'd get the real flavor of the chicken, from the bones and the fat, all the good parts of the chicken. But since we have chicken breasts, we're just gonna have to do this as quickly as we can. So I'll put the top back on this. I'll go ahead, I got our water boiling for our eggs. I'll go ahead and put our eggs in there, and we'll let those go ahead and boil, and we'll be back with the next step in 30 minutes. Let me set the timer. Our chicken has boiled now for 30 minutes. I'm going to take the top off. Looks good. It smells good. I'm going to take the chicken out. I'm going to put it in this dish and shred it with 2 forks. Not going to shred it really fine. I want to have, some nice pieces of meat in our noodles. Our eggs have boiled away. They're done. I'm going to peel those, and we're going to move on to the next step. I've broken our chicken down. You can see it's not necessarily shredded. It's more in the form of chunks. Okay. I've also gone ahead and diced up our 2 eggs. And our step now, we're going to go ahead and add our noodles. This is a 12-ounce bag, by the way, which is going to be perfect for the amount of water we have in there. And at this step, I'm going to go ahead and add our cream of chicken, condensed soup. It's sort of hard to do this with one hand. Alright, I'm going to get that out with a spoon. Got it. I'm going to add that in. Okay. I'm going to grab our spoon here and stir. There we go. Okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead and add our chicken back in there. There we go. We're going to stir this in as well. Always stir. Every time you add an ingredient, go ahead and stir it. Okay? Get it all broken up in there, so when you add your next ingredient, it's going to disperse evenly through the pot. Okay, now I'm going to season our diced egg with salt and pepper. There we go. And I'm going to add that right into our chicken and noodles and stir. Alright, this is starting to come together really nicely now. I'm going to bring this to the boil. Let it boil for 10 minutes. I'm going to come back and season it. See what it needs. If it needs some extra salt, some extra pepper. I know it's going to need pepper. I hadn't put any pepper in there. And we're almost done with this dish. Here's the last step. I'm going to add a tablespoon of flour to a cup. I'm going to add a little bit of water to this. And we're going to stir this up. Get our fork. Stir this up a little. What this is going to do, it's going to thicken up our sauce. It's actually going to thicken up the liquid portion of our noodles. We're going to stir this in. Let this come back to a boil. It'll be at its full thickening power when it does that. It's going to add a nice little glisten to the noodles, and it's going to be exactly what we need. I wanted to add this step too. You want to bring this up to a boil with the lid off, so your liquid will reduce or evaporate out of there and thicken up. You want this to be thick. My kids love it thick. So you can see it's already starting to thicken up right now. We'll bring it back up to a boil. I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. And I'll get somebody to review this and see what it tastes like. I'm sure it's not going to taste like my mom's. Okay guys, we're done. It's reduced down. I've put some in a bowl. The girls have already come and got theirs. And I gotta make Sherry a bowl and me a bowl. So this is gonna just about do it for our family here. Wesley, you're the taste tester.
This is good.
What's it taste like? Tell everybody in the world.
It tastes like chicken noodle soup.
Really? What's Walter doing? Does he want some of that?
Yeah, I'll give him some.
No, don't give Walter any. Not right now. It's too hot.
Okay.
It's too hot. I gave him some chicken earlier.
Okay.
Alright, thank you, man, for taste testing.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Alright, guys, that's it. That's our chicken and noodles. Not my mom's chicken and noodles, but, I did it the best I could. I want to give some special thanks to people. I found this new channel, Blue Black 112211. Oh, his videos are awesome. You gotta check his videos out. If you want to know how to cook, learn how to cook, make some dishes with easy steps, look at Blue Black 112211. Excellent, excellent. I want to give a shout out to Remy21323. I guess that means Remy21 in the 323 in Los Angeles. Hey, thank you for commenting on my videos. Thank you for taking the time to look at my videos. I appreciate that. Ellis Texa 5, thank you so much for commenting and telling me how to cook those brains. They're filled with formaldehyde, so we're not going to cook those. My wife's going to dissect those for her class. But my grandparents and her grandparents, they used to eat that. That was a delicacy with scrambled eggs. It was called eggs and lights. That's what they called it. Also want to give a mention to Jan V, or for the way we say it, Jan V from Belgium. Thank you for commenting on my channel. That's awesome. It's really nice to be able to touch people across the world with this. It's awesome. And as always, I want to give a shout out to the guy that got me started, Jason Callan. Thank you. Got the Munchie Show with Mr. Dirty. Got the Munchie Show. Cat W Magic. just classic right there. You got to visit her channel. Joy's World Tour. He's always doing some great stuff over there. And I want to give a shout out to Josh Sorrells, Sorrels. Go check out his channel. He's got some unique items he's reviewing these days. So until next time, actually, you know what? Until tomorrow or the next day, don't get chipped.